Hello everyone, my name is Laura and today I'm going to talk about the 5 things that I learned while doing my first paint by numbers. This video is for you if you're about to start a new painting, so you don't make the mistakes that I made with this painting. So let's start straight away with mistake 1 that I made. You can see that very clearly in this footage from painting on day 2, where you can see the folds. So my painting came rolled up, but was slightly damaged during transport, and therefore you can see these wrinkles in the canvas. If this also happened to your canvas, make sure you try to straighten it out before you start painting. I have now learned there are multiple ways of getting these folds out. One would be an ironing method, or like glued or heat treated onto an artboard. But both these things you need to do before there's any paint on the canvas, as there's a lot of heat and you don't know how the paint will react with the heat. So I discovered these techniques too late and when I was already painting. So I will have to find a different way of getting these folds out. And let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions. Mistake 2 is actually related to that, and that is to do your research before you buy a paint by numbers. Now I didn't do that, and I ended up having to wait for my painting a long time, also due to the coronavirus, but I think if I chose a different company it might have come quicker. From ordering this painting to finally receiving it, I think I ended up waiting 4 to 5 weeks in the end, which in my opinion was too long. I would have also paid more attention on how it's shipped, what is the packaging, so we don't encounter mistake number 1 and we don't have the fault in the first place. Preventing the problem is always better than trying to fix it. Mistake number 3 for me is not looking at other YouTube channels and videos about paint by numbers. There are already a lot of videos on YouTube available for you to watch with tips and tricks to do when you start your very first paint by numbers, like this video. So well done if you're still watching and will be watching this all till the end, and you will be in a much better position than I was when I started this paint by numbers design. Mistake number 4 is not making my own plan. So what I mean with this is that I first started with color number 9, but then I decided that was wrong and I should start with color number 1 and then work my way up number by number. But in this design or package, number 1 is this cream color that you can see here, and then number 2 is the light blue, and number 3 is green, so it doesn't go color by color. I have no idea what the number of the color is based on. So I think I would have liked it better if I first did all the whites, then all the browns and all the blues and greens color by color, instead of going from white to blue to green to brown, back to green, back to blue. I think that would have been nicer. So from this, my advice to you is make your own plan. You don't need to do number 1 first, and you're the boss of your painting, so you can decide which colors you want to do first. or even start with a section instead of a color. Do whatever you want and what feels best for you. And for me, that's also the plan I'm going to follow for my next Paint by Numbers. Okay, and the last mistake that I made and wish that I did differently before I started my very first Paint by Numbers is that I bought it with a frame. I think a frame adds something extra and it looks a bit more professional. And on top of that, I think it will paint nicer and more pleasant. So yeah, I wish I had spent those extra few pounds to get a frame with my order. So I didn't have to worry about trying to frame it once it's done. After putting all these hours of work and love into this painting, I am still planning on putting it on my wall and admire the progress I've been making. You know, you should all be proud of the creativity and perseverance that you did to finish this painting. And it's a one of a kind, an original, because you made it. And isn't that cool to have a painting that you have the only copy of? Thank you so much for watching until the end, and I really hope that you found these tips helpful and you won't make the same mistakes that I made, or you found a solution to your mistakes. Then also let me know. I love to hear your struggles and experiences with painting your very first paint by numbers like I did. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. It will really help a small YouTuber like me. Every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, a new video all about paint by numbers.